Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My call sign is November 9. We're here on Northern Waters in a domination match. And by special request to one of my viewers who requested a Blue Furiora video, I am bringing you something even better than that. I am bringing you a fleet match from the Veterans Gaming Clan fleet. I am in a division with my fellow fleet member Trent the Bad and a former member of the Veterans Gaming Clan, Open Fire In. And we are all running G101s with the Rust and Rumble commander, Blue Furiora. My Blue Furiora is 16-2. Open Fire's is fully maxed. Trent, I think, had it and didn't put any resources into it until right before this match. So you're going to see varying levels of success using this build. Now, a quick note about the title, Wolfpack Tactics. We kind of got this idea when we were talking about what ship to play next. And I said, hey, instead of like in World of Tanks, we'd run that triple platoon of Panzer I Charlies or Blitzens. How about we do that same technique like a Wolfpack, except we'll do it with G101s with Blue Furiora, and the water will be full of torpedoes because the G101's torpedo reload with a Blue Furiora and the row 1 skill maxed out is just 30 seconds, I think. So 29.8 seconds maybe. So you've got a really good opportunity to fill the water with torpedoes. Now we're down tier. There is an aircraft carrier in this match. Those things aren't good. But if you have 3 people running the same kind of ship, and it's a relatively strong ship for the tier, you can create a lot of chaos and havoc for the enemy team. And I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like here in this match. Because I'm a moron, we're shooting armor piercing. And as you can see, I am getting pens, not doing a whole lot of damage of the Jaguar. That's okay. Front launch torpedoes, torpedo number 1 out, torpedo number 2 out. We're going to turn back into the Jaguar, light them up this time with HE. More torpedoes entering the water from our side launchers. The Jaguar either already launched his torpedoes, totally forgot about it. Torpedo strike number 1, torpedo strike number 2. Dev strike, first blood, kill number 1. Here in the G101. Alright, continuing to move out. Yep, we get smashed by the Julio Cesare. Put that fire back out. I put up my smoke screen really just as a distraction. I am going after the Wyoming next. And there are torpedoes coming in. We're still spotted by the fighter plane. Briefly not spotted, now spotted again. Front-mounted torpedoes already in the water, moving in on the Wyoming. And I'm going to turn and get these side launchers into action. Continuing to be shot at by Julio Cesare. We're bow onto the Julio, but still take a bunch of damage. Wyoming dodges my first 2 torpedoes, but we get 4 torpedo strikes there. Quickly, look at this. Already the front mounted launchers, good grief, have already reloaded. Wyoming takes more torpedoes from my teammates. He dodges the first torpedo. He gets hit by the second, and we get smashed again. He gets 2 more torpedo strikes. We are dead. We ended up with a grand total of 9 torpedo strikes, but we are taking damage on the Wyoming. And there it is. It's just a flesh wound. Kill number 2 right before my teammate tries and fails to get the kill pinch. Alright. We're switching through the ships trying to get to one of my teammates. We're here on the ship of Trent the Bad. He is the lowest ranked up Blue Furiora. That's okay. I wouldn't put a ton of resources into Blue Furiora until you have the regular commanders ranked up. Unless you really like the speed Blue Furiora has going on. Real quick over at WoW's builds, base trait, riding on the wind, 5% destroyer speed when it's fully maxed out. So that's a valuable base trait for a destroyer commander. And of course, it's a pay for play. So whenever they have a Rust and Rumble Redux event and you're interested in getting Blue Furiora out onto your team, you know, before the commander rework of the German commanders, I would have told you Blue Furiora was a really good commander and worth your money. Now, opinions may vary. I would say not so much. Trent continuing to do a lot of shooting, not a lot of torpedo launching, but you know, maybe when he gets the commander ranked up a little more, he'll buy in a little bit more to using the torpedoes. But that being said, it is what it is. You know, there's still 2 VGC destroyers out there, still wreaking havoc, and we've really thrown this side of the map into disarray. And this one ship is having to run away. Any plan that these guys had was totally destroyed by us quickly moving in, taking out the destroyer, taking out the Wyoming, taking out the aircraft carrier, which was also on this side of the match, and they've driven this battleship back to the edge of the map here. All right, Trent continuing to move in, getting hit by some secondaries, launching more torpedoes, and seeing how those go. And the enemy ship has almost reduced him to nothing, but there's some good torpedoes in the water there. Continuing to fire, he finally bleeds out to a close quarters expert. But we went into the spotter plane view, and he's going to get 1-2 torpedo strikes on Julio Cesare. More torpedoes coming in from somebody else, and they finish off the Julio Cesare. That was a Minikaze, who was not part of our platoon or anything. All right, that's the Minikaze. I guess you did a pretty good job there, or at least a slightly adequate one. All right, I think in a minute here we're going to swap over to my other team member, open fire in, or maybe I won't. I'm trying to find him. All right, here he is. He's got a ton of health left. He played a lot more smartly than the rest of us. But yeah, he's got a fully maxed Blue Furiora on in command of his ship. I wish we could see his speed right now in the open water. It would let you know how much more speed you can get out of this ship. All right, there's a Peter Veliky over there. I think he is sizing him up. Put some torpedoes out towards that target. And as you can see, we have a big points lead. We're losing on all the other measures of this match. He gets taken out by another ship. So, I guess taking out the Peter Veliky is no longer a possibility. And we've drawn even. 3 enemy destroyers against 2 blue team destroyers and the aircraft carrier. In theory, the carrier, keep them spotted, and then my teammates can move in there and take them out. One of the enemy destroyers doesn't appear to have a lot of health left. Just trying to get in range here of the torpedoes. Lobbing a couple shots out there. These enemy destroyers are all bunched up. I would tell you I don't know if that's a great tactic. Although, I say that, and me and my platoon members were all bunched up for a majority of the time that we were all still alive. So, at this stage in the match, though, I would say no, because you want to capture Bravo and then use that point accrual to flip this game over to your benefit. Anyway, open fire in is opening fire on the enemy destroyers, dodging those torpedoes, which were probably not really aimed very good. And he's going to come around the island here, and right now his health is as big as advantage. That, and he's shooting out torpedoes every 29.8 seconds. All right, firing at the enemy ship. We didn't go into shell view. I think he might have him locked in as a target, though. And as you can see, The other blue team destroyer is doing a really smart thing here. He went over into the Alpha cap and he's flipping that cap while open firing comes over here to engage the slow health destroyer. He takes him out with the guns, and these other two destroyers do take out the aircraft carrier. Look at all those torpedoes in the water. They blew their wad on torpedoes, folks. And so they probably won't have any torpedoes left to shoot at open firing. Now he releases some torpedoes here, and it looks like one guy has about a quarter of health left. The other guy has almost no health left. So at this point, he's in a really advantageous position. He is starting to flip this cap circle. And so in a match that pretty much was going red team's way just a couple of minutes ago, all of a sudden it's now been totally reversed because I think the poor destroyer play of the red team. And, you know, hunting down that carrier, taking him out, that should have been your last resort. If all those destroyers had teamed up on the blue team destroyers one by one, maybe a different ending to this match. Open firing gets a really nice random torpedo strike on one of those two destroyers, the one with no health. The destroyer with the most health is left. He's got about half his health. I think I erroneously said it was about a third earlier. And open firing's got his guns trained toward the destroyer, so really the advantage is all his. He starts off with a pretty good shot there, turning, and I think he's going to launch some more torpedoes right there. And he's going to put the guns back on target and resume shelling the enemy destroyer, who hasn't shot back at him once. There's the first salvo coming in from that enemy destroyer. What took so long? And second salvo, and look, the torpedoes totally miss, but at this point it doesn't matter. He guns him down to finish the match for the blue team. Alright, here on the victory screen you can see we ended up with a devastating strike medal, first blood medal. It's just a flesh wound medal. 2 kills, 9 torpedo strikes in the G101. And taking a look at the team scoreboard, well, we didn't finish in the top 3, but we had a bunched up group effort, all getting around 1,200 base XP and accruing 5 of the kills for our team, a majority of the kills. So our team was instrumental in the blue team winning this match. I encourage you, get a couple buddies together, get the G101, get Blue Furiora, put on mosquito brutes, and go out there and run some of these Wolfpack tactics, and most importantly, have fun. Thanks for watching.